What are you doing here? Hello. So, it's been a second. I haven't forgot about you, okay? I did remember to do this vlog. It's just, you know, I was just busy, you know, doing all that adult stuff adults gotta do, you know? Like, oh. Anyways, it's 2025 and I'm back here in this cold, I don't know if you can hear the wind, but it's kind of cold as shit. I'm cold as shit. Brown, epic chungus, kind of musty looking desert. This desert's musty. Which is kind of sad because a little over a year ago, I was surrounded by the most beautiful trees and greenery I'd ever seen here. So, where were we?
In between my adventures in London and my thrills in Dublin, me and all 4 of my friends got together for only 72 hours to explore Scotland's capital, dive into green rolling hills, solve the mystery of an infamous lake monster, and take siege of an 11th century castle.
And it all starts when we hop off our train from London into Edinburgh Station as we begin Huh? Oh, the time? It's 11:24 a.m. Which reminds me, did you know that 1124 AD is the year King David I, this guy, made Edinburgh an official in Scotland? That makes the city of Edinburgh about 600 years older than the United States of America, where I am currently standing right now, because this clearly is way more modern, right? So, and you can tell, Edinburgh is a city full of history the second you walk out of that train station. Tourists. So whenever you get to a new place, I suggest you do exactly what I'm doing now, you know? Exploring on your own 2 feet, getting lost and wandering, if you will. Wait a second. Where the fuck am I?
Wandering in Edinburgh showed us some amazing things. I mean, we saw monuments and statues and more monuments and statues. But as the sun started to set and we finished up our dinner and drinks, we took a nice, long, scenic night walk back to our Airbnb.
Unlike where I'm probably sleeping tonight, I remember our Scottish beds were very warm and cozy. So we rested.
Because tomorrow we'd be thrusted into a fast-paced excursion through the Highlands and thrown headfirst into one of the most famous lakes in the world.
But of course, that's all in.
Through the dense green and over the vibrant hills lies a mysterious lake. A lake that has held an elusive mythos with it since the 6th century, when the Beast was first seen. Countless tales, images, blurry videos, movies, television series, and documentaries have all tried to uncover the Loch Ness's secrets.
But can 5 20-year-old Americans solve this centuries-old mystery? Let's find out.
To investigate this lagoon ourselves, we awoke at the crack of dawn and hopped on a bus to leave the city landscape behind and enter the Highlands.
On the first stop of our tour, we saw what it would look like if Billy Ray Cyrus turned into a cow. Or, as the Scottish would say, a coo, because that's what they're called.
Highland cattle, aka Highland coos, are these huge, fluffy cows that I think are the best kind of cow.
Y'all know I love me some cow.
But as we said goodbye to the pretty cows and the darkness of the Scottish forest closed in on us, we couldn't help but notice that we were approaching the site of our mystery.
We obviously had one goal. We're gonna do what the millions of dollars worth of research and television programs put in. Prove all these so-called lake monster debunkers wrong. And finally, find the Loch Ness Monster.
When we got to shore, it was a cold and windy day. The spray of Scotland's fresh water hit our faces as we scoured the craggy shores, searching high and low through the cold, gray gloom for any sign of the 10,000-year-old cryptid.
The ghost sighting.
We combed the shoreline, climbed up rocks, and looked out into the feisty lagoon.
Hey, Boy Scout, the tide isn't gonna wash us in, right?
No, it should be until like another 5 minutes.
It was only after hours of searching that I realized I may have gotten something. The closest thing we have of footage of this magnificent beast is shown in this 10-second clip.
Nessie!
The following footage may be shocking. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, Kevin.
He's right behind me, isn't he?
Okay, but actually though, Loch Ness is pretty much just a lake. I mean, that's what loch means, lake. And besides the alleged scary lake monster, it's just a very nice, very pretty lake. As we called it quits on our hunt for the beast, the clouds started to break and the lush flora of Scotland reinvigorated our childlike wonder. And as the sun shined down on us, we took some time to relax at Nessie's Bay.
Disconnect from your phone.
But before we knew it, we left Loch Ness in our bus's rear view mirror and tried to hold on to that innocent, frolicky wonder as we journeyed back towards Edinburgh. After a quick stop at
Pitlock Creek
for some whiskey ice cream,
I have a literal 1 pence.
we made it back into the city just in time for the sun to go down over the rolling hills. And after a quick stop for dinner, drinks, live music, and a late night snack,
We got a deep fried Mars bar and Kevin's gonna try it.
I'm working on it. Hold on. It's so sticky.
That's what she said. Or he said.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
I'm not stupid.
I am. Currently, deep fried Mars bar, exactly what you would expect. I put it on this.
Where are you, Ben? Okay, cool.
with only 24 hours left, what more is there to possibly do for...
Okay, so this was like a fun bit and all, but I'm actually super cold. I'm getting a little hungry, and I have to go number 2. What is that? Is that civilization? No. What is it? Oh, holy cow. A civilization. A wall. Whew. That reminds me.
In the 11th century, Edinburgh created walls to surround one of the city's most famous landmarks.
Oh my god. Come on.
We trekked up and up and up, past some incredible musicians, and to the tippy top of the town to tour this fantastic fortress. Everything was so incredibly preserved, from the cobble floors to the high castle ceilings.
Who the fuck is Boog?
They had guns, swords, clothes, cannons,
Oh, wow.
really relics of all kind. Walking around those old castle grounds, it felt like we were exactly there, in ye old times.
Ooh, stop it. Ooh. Ooh. But back in reality, we realized our 24 hours in Edinburgh turned into 12, then 6, then we started realizing our time in Scotland was getting short.
We ate at another fantastic bar/restaurant,
It's good stuff.
stopped by this wonderful market, and crossed the Water of Leith for the last time to get to the station where it all started just 72 hours ago.
But before it's over, there's one last thing I need to mention.
In Edinburgh, we saw a plethora of amazing musicians on almost every street corner. But this band in particular really caught my eye. In front of the station, we heard an incredible rendition of Scotland the Brave by the Scottish band The Spinning Blowfish.
I love it, my friends love it, and if you like the music in the video, then you love it. That's right, I reached out to the Spinning Blowfish and they were so incredibly kind in letting me use their title album for the soundtrack for this video. If you like any, and I mean any music in this video, here's all their information. It's also in the description. Please show them some love. They more than deserve it. Anyways, that journey was almost a year and a half ago from today. I can only imagine the warmth of that Scottish sun in my distant memory. So, I guess the moral of the story is touch some grass, wander, get lost, cherish the time you have because before you know it, it's all ancient history.
with Hannah going back to London and the rest of us continuing on to Dublin, this was the end of our 3 days in Scotland.
Bye.
Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads.